Today we are going to implement a few more exportKind attributes for the TypeScript exports est. We have a program for today, and I'm just copying it here. Okay. Okay. Today Siddhant is joining us, and he will help us implementing this new feature. I mean, we will help him, maybe.
Yeah, we just work together.
So, Siddhant, do you want to introduce yourself?
So hey everyone, I am Siddhant. I am an open source contributor, and I just started contributing to Babel 1 month ago, and I've been really excited to contribute to it, and contributing to it, and I really find it a very interesting software to work with.
Okay, thank you.
Cool.
First of all, we are going to update Babel parser, and then we need to check if Babel generator needs any update. For Babel parser, we need to update the plugin, which is in the TypeScript plugins/TypeScript folder of Babel parser. So we can go there.
Okay. Source.
Yeah.
Plugin.
And there should be the TypeScript plugin.
Yeah, it's index.
Okay.
Is that the file?
Yes. Yeah. So here we have a lot of different methods for parsing, and we need to find probably something called ParseExport or ParseExportDeclaration because we need to modify the generated AST for exports.
Yeah. So ParseExport declaration.
Yeah, or yeah, probably it's this one. I noticed that there is a ParseExportDeclaration method.
Oh. So firstly, we should
yeah, it's on line 2000 and 121. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this method is called after. I think that Babel parser somewhere finds the export keyword, consumes the export keyword, and then calls this method to actually parse what there is after export. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
actually, we had to do we had to change the parsing of export declaration for types like enums and namespaces.
Yeah, I mean, so here there is a try parse export declaration, which I think, but I would need to check, which parses things like export type A or export. I mean, it parses the thing after export. We can check what this method does.
Okay, so just checking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it is.
Yeah, so this calls ts parse export declaration.
Yes, parse declaration.
Yeah. Okay, so if you follow the ts parse declaration, yeah, here. Okay, so you'll see that it parses it checks if the current keyword is abstract or enum or interface, module, namespace, or type.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. So in the ParseExportDeclaration method, we need to check if this returns a type declaration or an interface declaration. And in that case, we need to add the exportKind. We need to add the exportKind property to the AST.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so
So I think that we can tweak each of the cases here, or like we can make a new function.
I mean, maybe we can start writing a test to check what is the generated AST so that we can understand how we need to modify it.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
That will be good.
Yeah. So we can go in the test folder of Babel parser.
Test.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Yeah. And then in TypeScript.
And then TypeScript.
Yeah. And then we have an export folder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Export type.
Yeah, I mean, export type, if you check the input.ts file, is just for export type and then a list of bindings to export. So we probably won't need to create a new folder. I mean, I can create it. We can call it export type declaration.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
So we can
Do you see the new folder?
export type declaration.
Yeah. Okay, so here I'm writing a test, like export type A equals to 2, or export interface B.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so okay, I will share with you a terminal so that. Okay,
Yeah.
do you see my terminal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see.
So try running the Babel parser tests. To run the tests, you need to run yarn jest. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Actually, I don't have write access.
I've given it to you. You should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without run, just yarn jest and then Babel parser. Okay. So this is running the tests. Okay, and now it should generate an output. Yeah. So now we have this output.json file. Do you see? It's next to input.ts.
Yeah. Or you can click the refresh button.
Yeah, maybe try clicking the refresh button in the.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you can see that we have an export name declaration.
Yeah.
And the declaration property of this export name declaration is a TS type alias declaration. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the other export name declaration, which is at line 118, yeah, we have the we have the TS interface declaration. Yeah. So in the parser file in index.js, in the ParseExportDeclaration function.
Okay.
Yeah. So
just opening it.
Yeah.
ParseExportDeclaration.
Yeah. Exactly. So now if this function returned something, so if declaration is not null, we should check if the type of the declaration is TS type alias or TS interface. And if it is, we should add the exportKind type property to node, because type aliases and interfaces are just type exports.
Okay, so beneath this line, like line 2135, we can add conditions like if declaration dot type equal to.
But well, actually, parse export declaration, I think that is used to parse a normal. Yeah, I mean, we can add this check after this if statement. So here, because
Okay, sure.
yeah.
If not type.
Yeah. First, we should check if declaration is defined, because I think that declaration could be undefined. In fact, in the next line, on the next line, we are checking if declaration and is declare. So I think that we should do if declaration and declaration.type equals to. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, got it. Declaration.type. Should I use triple equal to?
Yeah, use 3 equals.
Sure.
3 equals. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
exportKind declaration dot exportKind, like we can use interface.
Yeah, we can do export.
Node
I mean,
dot
it's
export
not.
kind.
Yeah, exactly. exportKind.
So the key is capitalized. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's camel case.
I mean, I think that exportKind should be type, because we just have type. No, it's correct node.exportKind, but I don't think that we should set it to interface, but to type, because currently, I mean, for example, for flow, we are just using type and value, because an interface is a type. So I think that here, yeah, so here it should be type, simply type.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Node, okay.
Yeah.
Node.
Okay. Okay, and we also need to add exportKind if the declaration.type is the type alias. Yeah, I mean, we can use or here, like we can wrap this in parentheses and here add or and check for the other one. Yeah.
TS.
Yeah, it should be the first one. Yeah.
TS alias.
Exactly.
Wait, should we set in the node or the declaration? Because we are returning the declaration at the end of the function.
Yeah, but So I mean, let's check what we are doing for flow. Okay, you don't see my screen, but I'm checking on AST Explorer what we are doing for flow. Okay, we are setting it on the export name declaration node.
Okay.
So it's correct node.exportKind. Okay, so we can run the tests again and see if they've been updated. Yeah.
Okay. Should I delete the output file?
You can write, oh, let me write in the terminal. We can use overwrite equals to true. Like this.
Actually, I deleted it.
Okay, I mean, check the terminal. We can use this overwrite equals true variable to tell Babel to update all the wrong tests.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So let's check the new output file.
Yeah, exportKind type for the first one.
Yeah, perfect.
For the second one as well.
Perfect. So if you go in the Git panel on Visual Studio Code,
okay,
you'll see that there are a few other modified files.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's correct because some files where we had exportKind value because of the last PR now correctly use exportKind type.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So should I commit it?
No, it's okay. It's correct. Yeah. So yeah.
Should I go for it?
Sorry.
Should I go for it? Like, should I commit it right now? Like.
Oh no. Let's wait. We can commit at the end when we have done everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we also need to check to. Okay. So I think I don't know what the other people in the team think about this, but I think that when we have export declare class, for example, we should still add exportKind equals to type.
Okay.
Let me see what we are doing for flow. Okay, probably this is not valid syntax. Yeah, it is. Okay, so okay, so I'm adding another test. I mean another thing in the input.ts test that we created. Okay, so I think that we should also add exportKind equals to type for these two export declare exports. So let me run the test again so that we can see what is the new output and we can check which other nodes we need to check for adding the exportKind property.
Yeah. And we can just add after the next condition branch.
Yeah.
Currently it gives like exportKind value, I guess.
Yeah.
For the function A and for the variable B, it also generates exportKind value.
Yeah. So actually, okay, because we need to be careful only to add. Okay, so if you go in the output.json file at line 364.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see that this variable has a declare true property.
Yeah.
And yeah, and also the function. Okay, so this variable is a variable declaration node, but it has a declare true property. And we need this declare true property because we need to disambiguate between a normal variable and a declare variable. So when checking for the variable declaration node, we also need to check if declare is true.
Okay. Yeah. So we can also we should have to insert a new condition here.
Well, actually, I just noticed that we have in index.js we have this isDeclare variable, which checks if the keyword is declare. So I think that we can just add or isDeclare, because I mean this it contextual returns true if the keyword is declare, so we can reuse this.
So we can add or is declare in the above condition, like we implemented here.
Yeah, I mean it should be inside the parenthesis.
Okay. So I have a question. What's our definition of the exportKind type?
In the Flow plugin.
Yeah, if there is any.
Yeah, we can check.
We also have a lot of different checks that are basically doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, so like in the Flow plugin, we are setting exportKind type in a lot of different places because we don't have a single method to parse the declaration after export. Yeah, so we have a lot of, I mean, like we are doing if this dot is contextual type, then exportKind equals type. Then we have if this dot is contextual interface, exportKind equals interface, and so on. So we are doing it node by node while we are parsing the nodes. But I think that here in the TypeScript plugin, it's okay to just do it in one place. Okay, so we can run the test again. Yeah. Okay, so we can check the new output file and check if there is exportKind. Yeah.
ExportKind type,
Yeah, looks good. Okay. I think that we should also I'm adding another test just to check if values export get the correct exportKind. So I'm creating a new folder, export value. Okay. Do you see the new file?
Export value declaration.
Yeah. And I'm writing a few tests. Okay. And also export enum, because enums are actually values, and in Flow we are setting exportKind to value for enums. Yeah, and also we have, I think, export namespace, which in TypeScript it's a value. It creates an object. Okay, so I'm running the tests, and let's see if this works. By the way, I'm surprised that Visual Studio Code Live Share is working today.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so we can check if in the new output.json file there is exportKind value.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check this for all the various declarations. Yeah. Okay, so it seems to be working. And I think that we now have finished updating the parser. So I'm committing these changes, and then we can check if Babel generator needs any update.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm committing this. I don't know what commit message to write. Okay, add exportKind type to type export TypeScript type export declaration. Okay. Okay, I have committed this, and we can now check Babel generator.
Okay.
Okay, so
opening it.
yeah, and we can yeah, they are alphabetically sorted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There is a test folder, and somewhere there is a TypeScript folder.
Export, like we need.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, before modifying anything, I'm running the generator tests to check if they still work. Yeah, okay.
That's good.
Yep. So I think that we can I'm creating a new file. So like export declaration type. Oh. It doesn't work. Export declaration type.js. Okay, I've created a new folder, export declaration type. Well, probably we already have some tests for this.
Yeah.
I
guess maybe it's sufficient to add export interface only, because
yeah,
that export type and export care has been tested.
Okay, well, I don't see any test about export. Okay, no, I don't see any test about export type. So I'm also, yeah.
Because there is a...
Like, yeah, I mean, I'm adding this to the same file. Export type B. Okay, so Siddhant, do you want to run the tests?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have a new output file. And we can check if the output file is correct. Yeah. Okay, I expected this to not to work initially, but it seems to be working well. Yeah, because I expected it to add like type here because of the exportKind, but I mean, if it's working, it's nice.
Yeah. Or maybe Babel generator just doesn't depend on the exportKind AST property. So.
Yeah, probably. I mean, surely it checks if there is the exportKind property, because we need to add type when there is export type, and then the open curly brace. But I mean, in this case, it's already working. Yeah. So I mean, I'm just committing this test, and then I think that we are done for today.
Oh, do we still need to like revise the plugin section, because we have changed the exportKind, right?
Yes. Well, let's run all the tests, but I think that the plugin is still working because.
Oh, really?
I mean, if there is, we already stripped interfaces and type declarations in the plugin. So even if there is the exportKind equals to type property, I mean, we are still removing it, so it doesn't really matter if we remove it because of the exportKind property or because it is an interface.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can now run all the tests using just yarn jest without any other filter. And so let's see if everything works.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, like okay, I'm really surprised that the generator works. I expected it to take like another half an hour because I thought that we had to update Babel generator.
Oh.
I was looking back at the parser.
Okay.
Isn't there a way to consolidate some of the logic?
For do you mean between TypeScript and Flow?
No, like the changes we made to right now. If you look back.
Okay, so I'm following your cursor now, so I can see what you are seeing.
So we have this if not truthy check, and then we have a truthy check, and another one here too.
I mean, probably because online, so in the first check, declaration could be set, so we can we cannot use else here.
Right.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we. Well,
you don't have to do else. You can put it in the if statement. Yeah.
Do you mean
Or,
here?
I guess. Well.
No, I mean we can merge the if statement that we added and the one after. Yeah. So we can do like, okay, I'm doing it. We can do like if declaration then.
Maybe it's worse. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we need to check is declared twice anyway.
Right. Maybe it's not the same.
I mean, whatever. I think that the other one was a bit better because it's less nested.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't change really much.
It's good to look at it though. Okay. In the meantime, test.
Cool. Yeah. So everything is working. Yeah. So I'm pushing this branch.
Nice.
Okay, and creating the PR. I'm sharing the screen with you now so that you can see me creating the PR. No. Yeah. So.
You're sharing this screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing. Or? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so I'm opening the PR now. By the way, I noticed that with VS Code Live Share, like tests are slower and make Bootstrap is slower, but Okay, so exportKind. Yes. Okay, so this is a new feature. Yes.
Well, you can put the fixes.
Yeah.
Issue.
Yeah. Or I can also
11132.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, labels, TypeScript, and parser.
Does that mean we're done with the other issue too?
No, we still have to add a flag to the plugin to only strip explicit type exports because and imports, because currently we are trying to guess if an imported value is a type or a value, and we are doing that by just checking if it's used some. Like first we remove all the types, and then if an import is unused, we assume that it was a type import and we remove it. Usually it works, but it has some problems, for example with re-exported types, or if the imported module has side effects. So I think that we should still add an option to only remove imports if there is the type keyword, and that will be probably the last PR for this whole feature. Okay, so I'm targeting the correct branch, which is okay, and I'm writing a short description, so declare function.
I was gonna say you can just copy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm almost done. Namespace. Okay, so I'm creating the PR. Okay, we are done, I think.
Looks good.
Do you want to review it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, okay, so, okay, this is just a new Babel generator test that worked out of the box. And here there are the Babel parser changes. So we have added this check so that we know if the exported thing is a type or a value. And if it is a type, we add the exportKind. We didn't need to add the exportKind for values because we use value as the default exportKind. So we only need to change it if it is a type. Yeah, and so here there are the updated tests. For example, this one was an interface and it changed from value to type. And then there is our new test with all the cases in the same file, so that if it's filing, it's easy to know what is filing because they are all together. And here are the various values. Value.
Alright. Cool. So I have a question.
Okay.
So if we have different export kinds set to the export name declaration node, should we add export kind to the builder API of the export name declaration?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah, I mean,
Babel types.
I mean for the Babel types builder.
I think that Babel types already has it because we're already using it for flow. So am I still sharing the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking for Babel types, and finding folders here is painful. SRC. Yeah, I'm definitely going to propose in a PR to split this packages folder in smaller folders.
Yeah.
That's great.
Great idea.
So probably here.
As far as I can see,
Export name.
we are not including this in the build API.
I mean, here we already have exportKind, which can be type or value.
Okay.
And it's because we were using it for flow.
Okay.
So it should also, I mean, it should also already work for TypeScript.
Yeah. So what will happen if a Babel types user just build such code but forget to set the exportKind to type?
Okay, I see what you mean.
You want to validate it?
So yeah, we can add a new check. Oh, I have to connect my laptop to the charger.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, surprised you didn't do it.
I already have the charger. So. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so do you also want to implement this check now?
You don't have to, but
I mean, whatever you prefer.
I think we can end it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
We can push that to another PR.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for participating, Siddhant.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, this is great. Can you go back to the PR?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is this? Okay, yeah. Yeah, but if you want to check it out, check out that URL.
Yeah, it's 11157.
It's pretty high.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when like when we had our 10,000th issue, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, 10,000. That's 5 figure.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So also thanks everyone who watched till the end of the video.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, if I would say that if anyone that does watch the end wants to also make a PR, then we can also do something like this too.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just ask. You can ask us on Twitter or in our Slack.